Welcome to my knitting channel. My name is Sharmila and I'm coming to you from Toronto, Ontario. On Instagram you can find me as JulyChicknits and on Ravelry as JulyChic. So last weekend on LYS Day, the Knitting Loft here in Toronto had their LYS Day sale and it was online obviously. So I bought not one, not two, but 3 sweater quantities of yarn, which I'm so excited to show you today. I bought, and also the Knitting Loft was so kind. They took the time to wind all my skeins, which I'd requested, and they did a curbside pickup for all their customers. So that was really, really awesome. I bought 6 skeins of Cascade 220 in the colorway River Rock, and this is a non-superwash 100% Peruvian wool that I'm going to be knitting my weekender in, and it's a really economical way to do the weekender, I think, because it's a budget-friendly yarn. So I'm waiting to cast this on. I'm waiting for my friend Judith, who is my really good friend and knitting buddy. She's got a second love note on her needles now, so we'll wait till that's finished and then we'll start this together, which I'm looking forward to. I also bought 7 skeins of this. This is Julie Eslin's Journey in the colorway Dentelle and Latte. I bought 5 skeins of this and 2 skeins of this. And this is a sport weight yarn. I think it's a blend of Rambouillet and Targi wool. Again, it's a non-superwash yarn. I'm plan on knitting Missoni Accomplished. That's a pattern by Melissa at Espace Rico. So this will be my main color, and this will be the contrasting color. The chevron stripes will be in this color. So I'm looking forward to getting started on that. This one's not gonna happen for a while because I want to use some of the other yarns first. Lastly, I bought 4 skeins of this. This is De Rerum, it's a bit of a tongue twister. De Rerum Natura in Juliet, which is a worsted weight yarn. This is I believe it's Merino. It's 100% Merino, I believe. And this is again non-superwash. And I bought 4 skeins of this. This is the colorway Argile, which is it translates in English to clay, which is a good name for this color. And with this I'm going to be knitting my daughter her second weekender. It's a worsted weight yarn, so it'll be perfect for that. That brings me to what's on my needles now. I'm knitting myself a Ranunculus, finally. This is my second Ranunculus. I've knit my daughter one before. And this pattern is by Midori Hirose, or Knit Cafe Midori. And the yarn I'm using is Lichen and Lace's Marsh Mohair in the colorway Amber. And I'm holding it together with Manos del Uruguay's Marina in the colorway Filigree. So there's a bit of variation in the color. They're both tonals, and I'm really loving the result. I've tried it on once, and I'm really happy with it. I cast on for the wider neckline. It doesn't seem very wide, but maybe after blocking it might become wider. We'll see. And I'm about 3/4 into the yoke. Yeah, it's going well. I'm knitting it on size 6 needles. 6mm needles, not size 6 needles, 6mm needles. I'm mostly a monogamous knitter. I usually only have one project on the needles at a time. I find for me that's the most efficient way for me to knit. I also just enjoy it. I enjoy the process of just knitting one thing at a time and finishing it and seaming it and blocking it and then wearing it. If I do have another project on the needles, it's usually one that I've neglected. I may or may not go back to it, so I just find it more efficient for me to just knit one project at a time. That brings us to what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my Deschaine sweater. This is by Leila Raabe, and the yarn I used was by Americo yarns, and the yarn is Brezo, and it's a mulberry silk, linen, and wool blend. It is completely different from what the pattern calls for. The pattern calls for kestrel, quinsent kestrel. This is what I had on me, so this is what I knit with. It's a heavy fingering weight yarn, so I held it double. And the modifications I made to the pattern are many. The pattern is knit, it's knit in two pieces, the front and the back. And then you seam together at the shoulders. It's a drop shoulder. And then you pick up for the arm and you knit it in the round. So what I did was I did knit the front and the back separately. I added an extra lace lace repeat, which is about 14 rows. So I added that in the front and then I knit accordingly in the back. I lengthened the back accordingly. I seamed the shoulders as it asked for, but the designer asks us to pick up the neck and knit around and put a finishing round on the neck. So I didn't do that for the front because I'm happy with the way the front neck looked like, but I definitely did it for the back because the back was curling quite a bit, and I do think it helped prevent the curling in the back. The other modifications I made were the sleeves. I picked them up flat and I knit it according to the pattern, and I tried it on. I pinned it and I tried it on, and I wasn't happy with it. It looked a bit shabby in this yarn. So what I did was I picked up the sleeves flat again. I ripped that out, picked up the sleeves flat, and I decreased rapidly for the arm, the entire arm, after about an inch. And I put in, at the end of the arm, I put in the same hem detail that's on the front and the back of the sweater, which I think finishes off the sleeve quite nicely. And I knit it to about bracelet length, and I'm really happy with the sleeves. They're comfortable, the sweater's comfortable. There's a ton of positive ease, which makes it a little difficult to style, but at the end of the day, everything looks good with jeans, I guess. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day and happy knitting. Bye.